Hi, here we go again. It's Leanne from Polite Picture Sydney with Dr. Tennille, and our Friday at 5 topic today is diet. Now, Tennille, let's start with the $1,000,000 question. How much should we feed our dogs?
It's a very good question, Leanne. Well, it really depends on what you're feeding your dog, and every dog or cat are different, and you need to tailor your diet to your individual pet. Um, I recommend a complete and balanced commercial dog or cat food as your starting point, and they all should have a guide on the back of their packet. Now, the thing to remember is this is just a guide, so you'll need to tailor that amount. You may need to increase it or decrease it depending on your pet's needs, how active they are, etc. And then I would recommend that if you're feeding something else as well, whether you're doing some cooked food or some tinned food, they then need to take that into consideration of the entire calorific intake for the day. So remember that your treats, your tidbits, the dog food or cat food are all calories, and we then need to add them all up and then divide them by however many meals you're doing. So if you're doing 2 meals a day and then you start feeding some treats, you need to then reduce how much food you're feeding per day.
And it's talking on the number of meals per day, how many do you recommend?
I recommend for dogs, preferably you should do 2 meals a day rather than one large meal. 2 smaller meals per day is better. With cats, most indoor cats, you'll have to do the same thing. If you give them ad lib access to dry food, which is what a lot of people do with cats, unfortunately a lot of them will overeat and then start becoming overweight or obese.
And on that point of overweight or obese, what are the medical consequences of our animals getting fat?
Well, the main problems are diabetes, arthritis, and heart problems. In cats, diabetes, type 2 diabetes is a big problem we see now, because there's a lot of overweight and obese cats with our, increased indoor, there's more cats who are just indoor at them now. And with dogs, particularly our large breeds, it's just so important because arthritis is such a big problem. And let's not forget, cats do get arthritis as well, so we're seeing that increasingly, particularly now cats live a long time, some of them up to 20 years old. We're seeing arthritis in cats a lot as well. So it's really important to try to keep your pet's weight ideal, and they will live, stats say they will live longer than pets who are overweight or obese.
And is it something that owners of flat-nosed dogs need to be particularly aware of?
Yes, you're right, Leanne. Particularly our brachycephalic breeds, which are our flat nose, like our bulldogs and Frenchies and your Persians in the cats. If they are overweight, it's particularly risky in these breeds because it can compromise their upper airways, which are already compromised even further, and make breathing more difficult.
And from a veterinary point of view, what do you think about dogs exercising after they've eaten?
It's probably best for dogs to try to avoid exercise after they've eaten. We do sometimes see problems with bloat in dogs if you exercise them straight after eating. So yeah, avoid heavy exercise after eating. Try to do it to wait a period of digestion. Talking about digestion as well, that is one of the things that is really different between all your dog foods is the digestibility we talk about. So you'll notice that one dog food compared to another is a very different in price, and often it's due to the better the quality of the dog food, the more highly digestible, the less they will poo, and the less amount you'll need to feed. So that's one of the big differences.
And as a rule of thumb, would you say if you were looking down at the top of your dog, a general guide would be your dog should have a little bit of a waist?
Yes. So if you're looking down on your dog and there's no little tuck in behind the ribs, then yes, it might be that you're starting to overfeed. If you're not sure, because it can be difficult, particularly with your fluffy coat breeds, then just come visit your vet and ask them to give your dog a body condition score, which is between 1 and 9, and we can advise whether we're kind of on the right track we're looking for about a 5, or whether we're creeping up to a 6 or a 7 or an 8, or in those lower instances where there might be too underweight.
Excellent. So what it means is we've now got a diet plan for all our pups coming into summer so that they can get into their swimsuits too. Excellent.
Definitely. And if you ever have any questions about diet, because I said it's about tailoring the amount and the diet. I mean, certain dogs will have certain needs as well. They might need a special diet for digestion problems. They might need a special diet for teeth problems. They might have a special diet, but that's what we're here for. We can help you to tailor the diet specifically for your pet.
That's excellent. Thanks, Dr. Tennille. And that's our Friday at 5 for this week. Bye.
See you later.